And here is another video of me just talking with myself so that you can hear what it is like to talk with yourself. Because of course you can do this too. You can just sit by yourself just like I am and you just talk. You just say whatever you want to say, whatever you can say. You use your own words. You try to say what you like to hear, yeah? I mean, of course, you will inadvertently say things which you don't like to hear, and then you have to say, okay, I don't like to hear that. I don't like to talk about that. I don't want to be busy with that. And then you will no longer talk about that because you have actually recognized your disembodied language. And so, if you recognize your disembodied language, it will stop. But if you don't recognize it, it won't stop. And it goes on inside your head because you imagine that you have inner language. But if you talk like I do, if you simply say what you want to say and you simply keep on talking, it will go away and you will hear what you want to hear. You will say what you want to say. And what you want to say and what you want to hear is very important news for you. Yeah, it is your embodied language. It is what guides you into your freedom, into your individuality, into your autonomy. Yeah. And without embodied language, you cannot be yourself. If you do not listen to yourself, you cannot be yourself. If your language does not work for you, yeah, because you do not listen to yourself, how can your language work for you if you do not listen to yourself? So I am listening to myself, my language works for me, and I use my language correctly, and that's why I am so happy that I can just talk like this. And it doesn't matter what I say. It really doesn't. It's just that I'm talking with myself and that I'm bringing all the attention with my language to myself, to my own individually lived experience. And you can hear it in the same way as I hear it. If you look at me and if you hear what I'm saying, you can feel that I am expressing my embodied language, and you can get a sense that of course you can do this, but whether you are going to do it or not remains to be seen, because are you willing to acknowledge that you have so much disembodied language? And you have to acknowledge that there's a lot that you don't want to hear. So perhaps it's not so much a matter of waiting, but it's a matter of just saying it and hearing it, that you say all kinds of things which are annoying and which are irritating and which are depressing and confusing and problematic. And so, you have to say that, you have to hear that, and then you have to say, okay, so that is what disembodied language is. Yeah, that's what you have to do if you want to have embodied language like I have. And then if it is true what you say, because you can just repeat what I say and still it is still not true, I mean, it is not a matter of repeating what I say, it is really a matter of being true to yourself. Yeah. So you either are true to yourself, and then when you are true to yourself, you suddenly feel like, wow, I'm listening to myself, this is wonderful. Yeah. You can do it. And you haven't done it, and if you have given up on it, maybe you've done it a little bit. If you've given up on it, you need to do it again and just get to it. Yeah, I hope you get to it, because then by the 4th of July we will be having this conversation together. Yeah, and that's what I have set myself to as a goal, as a sort of a deadline. By 4th of July, if you have practiced enough of this, if you have experimented enough with this, you should be able to have embodied language with me. And then we will have ongoing embodied language together. Yeah. And then we will celebrate our language enlightenment. Yeah. And in this silence, after I've spoken, I am without language. And you would also be without language. And we will be without language after we have had embodied language. And we can still be with language, but not anymore with disembodied language, because disembodied language is just a thing of the past. Embodied language is the future of all of mankind. Embodied language is the correct way of using language. Disembodied language is the incorrect way of using language. And as I've said many times, and I will say it again, it doesn't matter to me. Language is an overt phenomenon. So there is no inner language. And you need to say that to yourself to know that it is so.